Hello there, here we are in the beautiful region of Puglia. Now today I'm showing you something incredible. More than a property, it feels like a little village. And I'm going to start at the bottom of this little hillside, and I love it because you can't actually see any of the property so far, but we're talking about a 7-bedroom property, and we have a swimming pool here, and it almost looks like a chunk of Alberobello has been exported into the countryside. Now we are located in between Ostuni and Ceglie Messapica in a beautiful area, again a very hilly area, and as you all well know, I'm a big fan of nice hilly rolling hills, and obviously that gives you kind of views onto the surrounding land. So look, there's a lot to say, so we'll start with this vineyard, which you can see just at the front entrance. This is what you're presented with as soon as you enter the gate. You have this beautiful ancient vineyard that actually does create a very prestigious wine as well. So for any of you wine lovers, I know this is a massive box ticked for this type of a property. But let's start to walk up, because as I said, there's a lot of property here, and we are basically on 1.7 hectares of land, so a good amount of land without being an really massive size. Now here on the left hand side, I love this, tucked away, very hidden. You've got plenty of spaces for the cars, whilst here you can see we're starting to walk up the hill here, so we can already start to see a little bit of the first of the many Trulli in this property. Now here to my left we have some peacocks just here, just behind. Now the owner of this property is an animal lover, so we have a mix of donkeys, peacocks, dogs, cats, and it's really fitting with this type of a property because it's a countryside property and we have lots of space for them. Now you can kind of start to see the first Trullo to my right, but I have to come through to the donkeys first because they've been waiting for us to arrive, and you can see they are super cute. They're eating away at the moment, and they have a lot of space for themselves. So I think this is all kind of caged round the entire side of the property. So as you can see, tons of space for the donkeys. I know they will be a fan favorite of everyone watching, and what lovely creatures to have on this type of a property. Again, it kind of just adds to that feeling of a very lived in space, but also that countryside vibe, very relaxed. Here we've got a beautiful day here in Puglia, and we can see we've come here as the sun is starting to go down, but absolutely beautiful to have. I had to start from them, but let's start to go over to see the other side and the first property which we're seeing here today. Again, I say it feels like a village because there's lots of different spaces, and it's kind of like a journey through the property rather than just seeing the place as it is. Now this is actually one of the oldest Trullo in the location. It is built in 1780, so it is a very old Trullo, and you can see it's very much separate from the main house. So perfect for if you've got those friends that you want to be staying a little bit distant. They've got their own privacy, but also this property works incredibly well as a rental. So you've got a lot of bedrooms, but a lot of very independent spaces. And again, here you can already start to see, we've walked up a hill, we're starting to see these views with the rolling hills and the valley below us. So very, very nice views all around. And as I say, we kind of progress to the next level for the rest of the property, as well as the swimming pool, which I'm very much looking forward to showing you. So nice to have this outside space, again, independent from the main house. And then as you come into the most gorgeous Trullo that you can come across, really. The back is all the original rock, and then they've done a beautiful restoration on this property, as well as the floors being the original. Now here in the corner here, we do have the ensuite bathroom with a shower. I love the restoration they've done. Again, they've gone for a very authentic feel in this property. And we do have cooling and heating with a fan coil just in the corner here. So really beautiful start to this property. But as I say, there is a lot more to come than just what we've seen. Now here you can see there is another bedroom and bathroom space here, but it's currently being renovated. So it's a very similar sort of room to the one we've just seen. Unfortunately, as I say, it's kind of being renovated at the moment, so we're not going to show you the insides. But you can imagine just from what we've seen what the kind of look is going to be. So let's come back to the main road that brings us up to the main area of the property. Now, lots of things to kind of pick out as we're walking through. You can see we've got a little mixture of plants here, and here we actually have a very small capella. So a lot of these properties would have these small chapels where the owners would come and pray, but also some of the neighbors could actually come and use these. So very cute to have. And again, it's like adds to that village feel. You just feel like you're walking through and it's more of a town that you're coming up to rather than, you know, just a property. So here we start to see the main structure of the property here on the left-hand side, but I'm going to continue because I want to show you one of my favorite spots in the house, and that is, we're just going to kind of avoid the dogs here, is this beautiful square here. Now this is what I'm saying when I'm talking about feeling like we have a piece of Alberobello and it's just been really exported into the countryside. And you need to understand this area is so peaceful. There's no properties overlooking it, and you just feel like you're in your own world. So it almost feels like they've emptied out Alberobello from all the tourism and you just have it privately for yourself. Now I want you to kind of walk through with me in this area, because before I start to go in the doors, I just think it's so important to show you this outside space. As you can see, we have a beautiful day today, but you can see how many different locations we have here in terms of outside sitting area. This is really an extension to the house, and at night time we have lighting all around here. So it really is, yes, you have 280 square meters of property here, but actually this is where you're going to be living most of the time. And you can see you've got this section with the chairs. Now coming through here, I'm going to come back and show you all the properties inside, because we've got a number of rooms here, but I kind of want to just go and show you the swimming pool as well. And as we come down, I want to show you this beautiful pathway that leads down to the pool, and then we'll make our way back up. Now this is probably one of the nicest pools I've seen in Puglia. Very rare to have a pool like this because it's very difficult to get permissions for this type of a pool. But look at this. I mean, more than a pool, it feels like an oasis. And here we have the initial jacuzzi area up at the top. This actually pours down into the main pool below. But I cannot stress enough just how stunning this pool is. Now, the reason why, not only the shape is obviously incredibly interesting and rare to find, and obviously the size, but it is absolutely surrounded by mature trees. So you are really immersed in the nature here, and that's why it just feels like such a beautiful area. I want to keep quiet just to kind of give you the sounds of this location just for a moment. And I can assure you in person, it is much nicer than any video could ever really portray. Now, I love that they've got multiple locations around this pool. So you've got the little area covered, so great for shade there. But again, I can't stress enough the level difference in this property. So we walked down to the pool, you see it from above, and then around it, I cannot see anything other than we've got the other section of the property below. There's a very good outside space, which we'll get down to at the end of this video. Great for if you're intending to do any yoga sessions, or you need areas where maybe you're going to be having parties. That is at the end. But here again, I cannot stress this pool, one of the nicest I've seen. I love the rock in it, and I love this area as a whole. So absolutely beautiful. I think you'll all agree. Obviously we've got the shower, but the key feature here is the actual location. It's the garden, it's the level difference, it's the walking through the pathway and having olive trees, the hammock, and again the views from above onto this stunning pool. So really, really special. And it's really, when you're looking at it, it feels unbelievable, and very difficult to replicate a swimming pool like this. Obviously, again, what I said previously, the permissions, you won't get permissions for this type of pool now, but also the trees. These are mature trees, so this has been immersed very cleverly within these trees, and I think it's one of probably the best pools that I've seen in the area. I can't stress the importance of this level difference. As you can see, we're now walking back up to the main square of the property, and I'm just going to branch off to the right hand side here, and you can see we're going to yet another area, and this is even more raised than the rest. And so you can see again that level difference. The beautiful thing about this location is we can start to see the pool in between the trees, and you can see how we're just above it here. This is where it kind of opens up, and again, just look how immersed in nature that pool is. Again, nobody overlooking, super peaceful, super quiet. Again, what a beautiful pool. Now, coming up these steps here, you can see we've got a massage area, and I love what they've done with this. They've used the antique rocks as a floor, so these stones were already here, and you can kind of see we are perched at the top of a hill here, so there's actually a bit of a breeze coming through, and it's the perfect spot to have a massage. Obviously, you've got those views of the pool just below it. Now, all these locations are lit up at night as well, so you can imagine just how beautiful this spot is at night, especially given, again, that level difference that offers you those views all around. And now we're walking back to the property here. Now, the next thing I actually have to show you is the Turkish bath, which we do have and is hidden away at the back of the property. So we're going to come through here and look at this. This is another beautiful small area here. This is what would have been like the agrumeto, again, to protect the kind of trees here within. And obviously they've got an oriental taste that they've added to the area as a whole. Now, this is the back of the property, right? So you kind of walk around here. Just here we have where the donkeys can roam. It kind of extends all the way to the back of the property. And here we walk down into the Turkish bath, which is in a beautiful spot. It is actually carved into the rock formation, and you can see as I come through here, you are literally inside the rock area, and you actually have a little fountain in here for drinking water as well. So this is the Turkish bath, and it's absolutely beautiful addition to this already fabulous property. You do have lighting in here as well, But obviously the nice thing about it is actually that it's all carved into the natural rock. So a beautiful, beautiful spot for this. Now, we're going to come back round because we have yet to show you all the rooms and the main spots of the property. I wanted to kind of show you the outside because we are losing the light a little bit, but also because I think the outside of this property really is something very unique. It's not often that I get to see so many Trulli spaced out like this, but also in such a beautiful landscape. So here we're coming through, you can see we're back at the main square of town, the way I see it. And here we have the first room, which we have twin rooms here, which are basically a bedroom, bathroom set up on both sides. This is on more of the flat area of the part of the Trullo. So here we can see it's barrel vaulted ceilings in here. We've got a good sized bedroom and we do have an ensuite bathroom in here as well. So very good size. We have fan coil for the cooling and the heating, and you've got plenty of storage as well. So you kind of got to think this is, you know, the rooms that can either be, if you're interested in a business, this works incredibly well as a business, but also if you're going to be thinking about having this property for yourself, these are all rooms that you can easily have your friends over, and they've all kind of got their own independent rooms. Now this is the other twin room here that we're going into now. Again, very similar setup from what we've seen before. Barrel vaulted ceilings. You've got all the connections for the television and anything that you would need in here. Fan coil for cooling and heating. And then we've got the ensuite bathroom just over here to your right. So you can see, again, good size shower and a very nice finish to the restoration that they've done. Now, here we come to the Trullo part of the property, and you can see this is one of the more romantic Trulli we have in here. We do have love that meets you on the wall here, and we've got the whole property here inside. We've got is all kind of the stone is showing, and obviously you've got the cone of the Trullo, so a very different feel to the other two rooms that we've just seen. Nice that you've got this mix between the style of bedrooms because you've got a bit of everything here, and you do also have a very nice ensuite bathroom in here as well. So you've got, again, stone showing all the way around. It is incredibly cute, and you can obviously see how this type of a property would rent out incredibly well. So works incredibly well as a business as well as a home for yourself. Now here we're coming into the next part of the Trullo, and again another good sized room. This is actually larger than any of the other rooms that we've seen so far, and you can see very tall, nice cone in here, so I can reach up. You're not ducking in this room at all, and you've got a really good sized room here. Fan coil heating that also does cooling, and then we also have the ensuite bathroom as well as a really good size alcove here, which could easily be another sofa bed in this section if it was necessary. So another beautifully restored bathroom, and that kind of leads us on to the next part of the property. So now we have the old pizza oven area here. Now they have a piece of machinery which they're kind of storing there at the moment. It's just as storage, but here we have an outside kitchen, and it would be lovely to be able to use this for doing your pizzas. I mean, it really sits in the heart of this main square, so it is really fitting to have this. I love the lemon tree. I mean, I'm also showing you this in the time of day where the sun is setting, obviously lit up at night. There's going to be an incredible vibe here in this property, and it's just so picturesque. There is so much to say about this property that I'm struggling to get through it, because it's just every time I'm looking around I'm like, there's something else I want to point out. Lovely this area here with the backdrop of the bell in the corner, and obviously we also have here part of the original chapel. As you can see, there's a cross on the top here. Now this forms part of the main house, which is what we're yet to see. So you can see from the outside, this is part of the structure, and it extends all the way down. So it's a really good size main property as well. But then you've got this outside lounge area, and I can't stress enough how this entire space here really is an extension to the main house itself. So let's start to come into the main house here. You can see we're welcomed by this beautiful reception area. Very good size reception area. Now obviously this is some of the taste of the owner here is from all around the world, and could be maybe not to some other people's taste, but you can see the basics here are all the authentic Apulian vibe in these properties. So you've got the stone walls, here we've got the beams on the ceiling, and here we have a very decent size bathroom as well for any guests that are coming into the main house. So really good sized room, lots of light coming in here, love the windows in here as well. And that leads you through to this sitting room. Really good size sitting room. We've got the barrel vaulted ceilings in here. Again, we're seeing the property as the sun is setting. So it is that we have very large windows in this property. So there's lots of light coming in. This kind of follows through. Now we have a really useful storage room here, which also has washing machine and just kind of all your utilities that you need. Now here we actually have a level difference that brings you into the kitchen. Again, we're up on top of a hill here, so I love these level differences in properties. I'm always kind of looking out for them because it does just give you an extra dimension. And look at this island in the middle. A massive fan of this. This is actually very dark green. It looks black, but it's actually a very deep green. And I think it looks absolutely beautiful. You've got the induction heater in the middle here. So this is a fully functional kitchen and obviously really good space. Coming down here, further 2 steps below, we actually have another sitting area here. So really nice sitting space. We do have a fireplace as well. So great to actually cuddle up to in the winter time. So this is a property that can be lived in all year round. Now I'm just going to bring you through here. So we'll go back inside to kind of show you the bedrooms, but I do want to show you this outside space here because it is one of my favorite spots in this, and there's a lot of my favorite spots. This is actually where they currently do the breakfast for their guests. And you can see it is a beautiful room. Obviously we are closed away from the wind here, but you've got all the beautiful views from the country surrounding this property. And obviously again, we're kind of raised here as well. So you're looking down on the land, always something I'm looking for, and an absolutely beautiful space here as well. I think you'll all agree. So if we come back inside the property, I'm yet to show you the bedroom, as well as the bathroom and walk-in closet. Now we've got a bit of a storage space over there, another good useful space to have. But if we come through here, as you can see, it's kind of sectioned off. So here we've got the bathroom and master bedroom, as well as the walk-in closet. So we'll start off with the bathroom. Very good sized bathroom. Again, obviously it's got a lot of features from around the world and a lot of furniture from around the world, which is to the current owner's taste. Here we've got the barrel vaulted ceiling in here. This is the master bedroom, so this is the bedroom in the largest part of the property. And then we come down here into this huge walk-in closet. Now, I think some people won't need a walk-in closet this big, and actually you could switch round the bedroom from being in there and actually place it in this part of the room, because this is actually a larger room than what we just walked through, and I think it could potentially be more fitting to have the walk-in closet. But everyone's going to be different, and I'm sure lots of people are going to look at this walk-in closet and think that's absolutely fantastic. So coming back round, we're going to come back through the house. And coming through, we're coming back to the main square. I just kind of want to walk you through, I just need to mind the dogs here quickly, just walking you through down to one of the final sections of the property. Now here, scattered around, and we haven't been able to show you everything because there is so much to see here. You've kind of got tables and chairs dotted around, tons of locations where you can relax and, you know, switch it up. Now below we do have, and I mentioned it previously when we were by the swimming pool, we do have a very large open space area, perfect for doing classrooms, and I'll put in a couple of shots of that. But I just wanted to walk you through this area here, which is another of my many favorite spots of the house. Here we have this beautiful system. I mean, the house is just filled with beautiful features all around. We do actually have a stairway that leads down to the first Trullo, which I showed you at the beginning of the property when I just started out. You can see there was a lot of property to show you today, and it did take me a while to get around it. I think I haven't actually shown you half of the features of this property. It really is a place that keeps on giving as you kind of walk around it. And look at this, I kind of wanted to end on this note because we have these rolling hills, which I mentioned to you all the time in these videos. You'll know by now I'm a huge fan of having views. And just look, this is actually a space where you have the bed set up. So this is just an outside lounge area. That is your view, the main square in the background, the swimming pool down below, and obviously the different bedrooms in the Trullo as well. So an absolutely stunning property, I think you'll all agree. But obviously, if you have any questions on this property or any of the others, please don't hesitate to get in touch. Thank you very much for watching.